Hi, welcome to our platform. This is Lorena again, and today I'm going to give you a very detailed description of each of the assignment parameters you can use when you assign different activities to your students. Before watching this video, I would recommend watching the video on how to create a new assignment first. And when you reach this part, you can watch this one to have a very detailed view of the parameters that you can use to set every assignment. So let's start with the first one, that is a modified point value. By checking on this box, you would set a specific point value, let's say 10 points. So that means that if you choose 3 activities to assign to your students, each activity would be valued out of 10 points. That would be the maximum score. Another option is to click on credit no, credit only. That means that when your students submit and complete the assignment, they will get credit for it. But if they did not complete it, they won't get any credit. Another option is submission limit. This option gives you your students the number of attempts they can have when they submit an activity. For example, if you set it at 3 attempts, they can try to complete this activity and they have 3 opportunities to do so. We also have the option to prevent leaving. By clicking on this box, students will be prevented from leaving the page or opening a new tab or browser. The default set is 1 warning, but you can set it for 2 warnings. That way the system will warn your students that if they leave that tab, the activity will be automatically submitted to the teacher as it was. So if they only completed 50% of the activity and they open a new tab, the system will automatically send that activity until whatever they got. You also have other parameters in relation to recording activities. The first one is single record. By clicking on this box, your students will only be able to record an activity once, and that's it. Automated recording. The option works when there are 2 different types of activities. So if you have a listening and speaking exercise, once your students log into the page, the system will automatically play the audio, and when the audio is finished, the record button will be already set. So that means that your students have no control over the record or play buttons. They will automatically play for them. If students are working on reading and speaking or presentational activity, students will have, once they click on the page, they'll have 1 minute to read a text. And after that 1 minute has passed, the system will automatically start recording and then it'll stop. It'll wait 30 seconds before it starts with the next activity. Another option you have is hide before starting. So that means that when your students have to record a specific task, the page will disappear and then it'll appear when students start recording. Another option is time. You can also set every specific task to have a maximum timer. So for example, if I set my activity to be 3 minutes tops, that means that after 3 minutes, students will no longer be able to record or do or complete any activity. If you set a minimum timer, for example, at 2, let's say, that means that students are required to stay 2 minutes within that activity in order for them to have the option to submit. So the submit button will not appear until 2 minutes have passed. Another option is recording timer. So once we are recording activities, we also can set a maximum time to record. So let's say we would like for the maximum time to record to be set at 3 seconds. for 60 seconds, let's say. After 60 seconds have passed, the students will no longer have the option to record. It will stop until whatever the students got, 60 seconds. Another option is the require percentage. If you click on this box, you can set your percentage requirement at 70%. Let's say students need to complete this activity and obtain a minimum of 70%. If they don't get this percentage and they get less than 70%, the system will show that the assignment is not complete. So it will be shown as incomplete, and students will have to get 70% to have this assignment marked as completed. Another option is clear on retake. So say if your students have different or multiple attempts, maybe 3 attempts, every time they attempt the same activity and you check on this box, the system will clear the page. It will start from 0, so they won't be able to see their answers from the previous time they tried to take the activity. Another option is the Allow Review option. By default, you have immediately after submission, so students will be able to review each activity right after they submit it. The other option you have is after due date has passed. So after whatever day you set to be the due date, then your students will have the option to review this activity. The other option is the teacher control not yet. That means that teachers have the control to decide when the students will review the activity. So when you go to the edit assignment section, you can go to the option that is teacher controlled allow now. So you can allow that option when you are ready for your students to review it. The other option you have is the show correct answers. So after your students have completed the assignment, they would be able to see the correct answers at the answer key, and that will not allow them to resubmit any activity. They will just be able to see the answers that they got correct and the ones that they didn't. So this was an overview of the main parameters that you can set for your classes. If you do have questions, please send us an email at efl@ourstoryscape.com or simply go to the help button to have other options there for contacting us. Thank you for watching this video.